are listening to In a Minute on Second Chance Ministry Radio.
Hi everyone! You found In a Minute, the video series that takes you through the Bible book of Matthew. One chapter a day, 5 days a week. And today we're at the halfway point with Matthew chapter 14. In Matthew 14, we see Jesus' popularity growing and the masses seeking him out to hear him and experience his miracles. This gets the attention of the political leaders, and the chapter begins with a side note that tells us of the fate of John the Baptist. Herod Antipas, the ruler of Galilee under the authority of Rome, had imprisoned John because John had called him out and challenged his immoral behavior. Herod had divorced his wife to marry Herodias, the wife of his brother Philip. Vengeful Herodias later schemed to have John executed. Chapter 14 also contains several miracles of Jesus, including the incident when Jesus prays and causes a very meager meal to supernaturally multiply and feed thousands. Matthew makes it clear that 5,000 is only the number of men present, and it does not include the number of women and children. So the actual number fed that day is likely well over 10,000. What's even more amazing is they had a bunch of leftovers. This miracle is so significant that it's the only one that is found in all 4 Bible books written about the life of Christ, the first 4 books of the New Testament: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Then we see that not only does Jesus have the power to provide for our needs, but he is sovereign over all nature when sometime between 3 and 6 in the morning, Jesus comes walking on the water to his terrified disciples in the midst of a storm. It's interesting that twice in chapter 14 we read of Jesus retreating to find a place to be alone and pray. Luke's gospel makes it clear that this was his pattern. We can learn much from this. If Jesus found it necessary to take time to be with his Father, how much more do we as mere human beings require it? The time that we take each day to read God's Word and pray is not an option. It's an absolute necessity. If we would just make that a priority, who knows what miracles will occur? But don't take my word for it. Read it for yourself.
Thank you for listening on Second Chance Ministry.